Hi, thanks for visiting my channel. My name is Tanveer Chaudhary. I'm a certified financial planner, a real estate investor, a realtor, and I make educational videos regarding wealth building, financial planning, and real estate investing. Real estate is considered one of the safest investments, and 90% of all millionaires became so through owning real estate. More money has been made in real estate than all industrial investments combined. But real estate does come with its own set of risks. Here are the 6 risks I have identified based on my personal experience by investing in real estate in the last 25 years. Biggest risk to your real estate investment is the interest rate risk. Not only does it reduces the demand for real estate due to lack of availability of capital, it also affects cash flow, reduces or eliminates mortgage paydown, and extends mortgage amortization. If you owned real estate since year 2022, you're well aware of how higher interest rate can affect the value of your real estate. If you had floating variable rate mortgage, you would have experienced a payment shock. And if you had static variable rate mortgage, you would have experienced negative equity and negative mortgage amortization. Last time the prime rate was over 7.2% was back in January 2001. So if you're under the age of 45, you would have never experienced a high interest rate as this as homeowner in your lifetime. Second biggest risk to your real estate investment is the inflation risk. Real estate is generally considered hedge against inflation due to limited supply of real estate. If supply and demand remains the same and money supply increases, money loses its value and landlord can increase the rent of their properties, which increases the return on investment and then value of real estate. But with a higher inflation rate comes higher interest rate, higher building cost, higher property taxes, higher condo fees, which can negatively affect the price of real estate. Third biggest risk to your real estate investment is the taxation risk. If federal government ever tries to remove or reduce principal residence exemption where the gain on one primary residence in any given year are completely tax-free, or if government ever decides to increase the capital gain inclusion rate on the sale of rental property from 50% to 75% or even 100%, this will make it less lucrative to own a primary residence or investment property, which can negatively affect the price of real estate in Canada. Fourth biggest risk to your real estate investments is a zoning risk. Zoning bylaws are municipally regulated. If you purchase a property in a municipality with the intention of renting out the basement suite or renting out the entire property, and municipality introduces new rental licensing bylaws, which increases the compliance cost for the landlord and discourages landlord from investing in that municipality, this can negatively affect the price of your local real estate. Since residential real estate is valued based on the comparable sales in your neighborhood and not the net operating income it generates, any decrease in the value of rental real estate in your neighborhood can affect the price of your primary residence. Fifth biggest risk to your real estate investments is the regulation of tenancies laws. Tenancies laws are provincially regulated. Any change made to tenancies laws by the province in regards to rent control or making it harder for landlords to replace or remove tenant will make it less favorable for landlord to invest in that province. Let me give you an example. In Ontario, any rental residential unit built before November 15, 2018 are under rent control. Anything built after November 15, 2018 are exempt from rent control. If province ever decides to put all residential rental units in Ontario under rent control, this will negatively affect the price of real estate in Ontario. Sixth and final risk to your real estate investment is a mortgage regulation risk. If federal government decides to tighten mortgage rules, including increase in mortgage stress test rate or decrease in debt servicing ratios or mortgage amortization, this can negatively affect the availability of capital, makes it harder for people to qualify for mortgages, which can affect the demand for real estate and price of your property. That's all for this video. If you think information like this can benefit someone, please share this video. Also like this video and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.